I was walking along the train station the other day, and I see this young fella, and he's pretty out of his tree, man, you can tell, right? And he starts having this big conversation with the coppers, mate. Like, there's 4 coppers walking along the train station platform, and he starts having this big conversation with them, you know me, and the copper's like, I don't know you. And, like, I just couldn't believe that this kid is badly. You've got 4 cops standing in front of you, just looking at you, can they be bothered with you? That's the only thing, can they be bothered with you? But no, it's not a safe area. I wouldn't regard it as a safe area. I was sitting down having a sausage roll at the table, and this guy's walked up with a dog, and he's really abusing the dog. Like, you've got no idea the things he was saying and doing, and threatening the dog, and just the fucking, And I don't even know why I said, just keep your mouth closed, viewer. Don't even think about it. Just walk away. It's not your dog. It's nothing to do with you, right? Yeah, I know, but I felt sorry for the dog. So I said, why are you abusing your dog? So the guy ties his dog up and then comes for me. It says, when you leave, I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. I says, well, when I leave, I'm going up that way. Okay, I'm walking that way. That's where I live. In case you're wondering, But no, this guy grabbed me and threw me down. These people are fucking nuts. And the thing is, they feel entitled to do that. Like, that's assault. In case you didn't know, that's assault. Okay, and then you smash my phone. That's property damage. So that's 2 charges. I told the guy that. I said, you're up for 2 charges. I said, so you better sort me out, otherwise I'm making a fuckle. And I definitely press charges. I said, you can't just be walking around society, and when someone says something or does something, your reaction is to smash them and smash their property. And you're in the wrong. The guy's in the wrong. He has no right doing that, or allowed to say to the guy, why are you abusing your dog, without him grabbing you and throwing you down and pushing you down? Because the guy's right on top of me, fingers right there. I'm sitting down, fingers right there, yelling at the lorddobby. And I'm thinking, I've got a sausage roll in front of me. I really just want my sausage roll. I've got the sauce on top of it and everything. I fucking didn't get to eat my sausage roll. The cunt wouldn't leave me alone, so I've stood up. Next thing you know, he's fucking slammed me, threw me fucking down. And, it's full on, man. These people are pretty rude. Pretty nasty, to be honest. Maybe because I look old. Maybe because I look old and, you can get away with it, right? Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe I don't look like I'm See, that's a good coffee, mate. That's a thick coffee, mate. It's got flavour. All right, you've got an aftertaste. I want a coffee aftertaste. On each one of the coffee packets, it tells you its characteristics. And it'll tell you citrus, chocolate. It'll have all of these characteristics of the coffee. And that's what I want. I want to be able to taste and taste that aftertaste. I want to taste that bit of chocolate. You can taste the cocoa. You can taste it, viewer. There's nothing like good coffee. There's nothing like good coffee, mate. There really isn't. There's nothing like good coffee. Accent. I don't know. Do I have an accent? I don't know. I'm Australian, born in America. Born here, raised over there, and backwards and forwards all my life. 3 years here, 3 years over there, stay with mum, stay with dad. At least I got to stay with both of them. At least I got that. I've never met anyone, man, that fucking copped a serving. You're not allowed to have contact with your children. You're not allowed any contact, like ever. Like, I've been 4 years, and you told me at the start of this You know, I know that your daughter loves you and you love your daughter, but I need you to prove to the court how much you love your daughter. Those were the words. So I fucking did everything. Everything. You know, they'll pluck 10 seconds out of a stream, mate. They'll pluck 10 seconds out of a fucking stream. They'll use troll videos. Videos that are made by trolls. You know, I filmed my daughter, you know, on live stream. Disgusting. You know, I gave my daughter I can't even say it on here, for Christmas. Disgusting fucking titles. But when they play the video, yeah, it doesn't fucking say that, does it? But they'll try and throw it over the line, mate, just on the title of a video. But when you play the video, no, mate, it's me walking on the beach. It's me walking on a beach, man. It ain't got nothing to fucking do with the title. So I'm in there trying to defend myself, every single thing. It's non-stop, just defend yourself. And they fucking lie, mate. Women lie. I don't know if you know that or not. It might be a surprise to you. It might be a fucking surprise, but they fucking lie, mate. In court, they lie. You know, why doesn't my daughter want to see me after 5 years? You know, I've got reports of when I see my daughter. Okay, I've got third-party reports, mate, from the aiding centre, and they're the last time I seen my daughter. And now you're telling me, because that's not what's written in the report, mate. Okay, and now you're telling me my daughter doesn't want to see me, and why is that? And to throw it back on you, you can't take accountability. It's not their fault. It's always the man's fault. Always. Okay? They can never take accountability, ever. And they'll throw it back at you and go, well, you yelled at me 5 years ago, so she doesn't want to see or speak to you ever again. And that to them makes sense. In the womanese brain, that makes sense to them. Okay? To the man's brain, you go, well, it's got nothing to do with anything you've said then. You didn't say anything to the child that might have made him feel that way. Oh, no. We always speak highly of you. Like fucking bullshit, bro. Fucking, from that point, I thought, there's no person anymore. We are dealing in fucking a liar. We're dealing in, they pluck anything out of the air that fucking suits it, mate. Okay, and I keep forgetting there's no accountability. You're talking about a woman. They are never accountable, ever, never. Okay, their words and actions, mate, is your fault. Whatever's gone wrong is your fault. You made me do it. You made me say it. You made me. You know what I mean? It'll come back to you. Okay? There is no accountability. It's the Achilles heel of every woman is accountability. Okay? And I forgot that. So they found a way of just twisting it all around, and suddenly, you know, my 4 years have gone up the fucking roof and are worth nothing, and you don't even deserve anything. Imagine. You never have. You're not allowed to have contact with your children, and you're like, well, what? What happened there? You know, like you never had contact before. The person you haven't in 5 years has never obeyed anything, not a single thing and has no intentions of obeying it. None. 8 hours in a mediator, nothing. 8 hours in a fucking mediator. Walked away with nothing. And then they'll go back into the family court and go, yeah, I did my best, and it's his fault that he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And I'm like, no, you can't argue with a fucking liar, because they just change shit. You know what I mean? They change it whatever they want it to be. So apparently I'm a really bad dad, and a DV person, right? A DV nowadays, boys, if you're on an order, right, any kind of order, like an AVO, whatever it's called, DVO, whatever it's called, right? And you know how they give you 24 hours to remove your photographs, pictures, or any comments that you've made on your social media? Well, if they after the 24 hours, obviously that's a charge. the charge is written down as DV. So if you forget to remove a photograph, you forget to remove a comment, or you like a comment that someone else made and you didn't remove that, and I got charged 3 times for the exact things I just said to you. That I just took a picture, and there was 2 comments that someone, I hope you see your daughter, and I liked the comment. Well, they call that inciting. You're inciting someone else. What the fuck, man? I ended up with a $900 fine. But in family court, that around to a DV charge, domestic violence, you see, because they're trying to make it look like you are the devil incarnate. You are an abusive, horrible person that should never see their children again. Okay, that's that. It's amazing how one day you can go from the person saying you they love you and you're a great person and a good dad, I swear to God on a Bible, and the next morning you are a DV and you're this and you're that and you need to be removed from the property because you didn't agree. I didn't agree on what they wanted. I didn't agree to it. I'm not agreeing to, you fucking off on me and living in another country, wanting my child to go to a school in another country, and you'll come and see me during the school holidays? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's no husband that's going to agree to that. None. Okay? And you wondered why I said no. And then they try and smooth it over with a little bit of sex, a little bit of the lovin', a little bit of the sweet, sweet lovin' that you haven't had for fucking 3 months. And by that time, you just don't want it. You just don't want it. You have a bit of smooth it over with that and get you to agree, right? And you just don't want it. You don't want it. Okay? You've gone 3 months without it. Okay? So, you know what I mean? Boys, you've got to fucking stay on your fucking path. Okay? And don't trust them, mate. Don't trust them. When they say to you, I love you, right? Always put on it, at the end of it, whatever they say, for now. Okay? For now. Okay? I love you. In your mind, put for now. For now. Because, it's not going to take much to rock the boat. It's not going to take much. All you got to do is say no. Just disagree with them. That's all you got to do. Just not obey them. Hopefully you don't have that in your life. Hopefully you don't have someone like that. But fuck, I had a fucking demanding, that's, yeah. I wish you all the best, boys. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. All right, boy. Don't marry him. Don't move him in. You don't fucking need it. And don't marry him. It'll be the worst mistake, or 80% chance it's the worst mistake of your life. Okay? 80% chance. 80% divorce rate now, initiated by women. Men need to wake the fuck up. Okay? Because they're in it for the pay job. They're in it for the paycheck, bro. They're in it for the resources. They're in it for what is left after they get rid of you. That's what they're in it for. They're not in it for anything else. They're not. They're certainly, mine wasn't. My experience, they weren't. Mine was only after the resources, man. And that's it. What they could get, and that's it. Yeah. You don't exist other than that, mate. Just your resources exist. Pardon me. No, okay. Let's get you off the list. I don't know, maybe my internet's not good enough. Nothing like a good coffee horse. A lot of they're asking me to share my experience, my story. I don't know, man. It's taken me a while to swallow. It's taken me 2 weeks or something so far to swallow it. 4 years of doing the best I had virtually what it feels like. I've done nothing illegal, I've done nothing wrong, I've done nothing that I don't think it's bad. That's fucking insane. I don't have parenting rights at all. They signed over, they gave full parenting rights, and you won't ever see your daughter or have contact with your daughter again. I have had no contact in 4 years. None. I have paperwork. I can't remember the emails and want to talk to Dad at the moment. Since the fact was on me that guy. I can't compete with Granny back to the car, holding her hand, telling her that if you go, you'll be allowed to come back. I can't compete against that. I can't compete that you won't be able to come back. So my child is in total panic, thinking that if she sees Dad and goes away and replaces her, survives, of course, but Dad can't be trusted, you see. It's amazing, isn't it? You'll be a great dad, you'll be a full-time dad and do everything for your child, and enough that the person never said a single word in the entire years that you took care of your child, right? You were a good dad, you took care of your child, right? But as soon as they're done with you, suddenly you're your abuser, you do this, you do that, you're all these things that you should never see your children in. And that is fucking crazy mindset. But these independent women are back up something. Like, people are cutting for it, great. It makes it pretty easy, a lot easier. No, the laws of Victoria and you can claim it against your property. No, no, and they know. It's always four state questions and be in any order, but first in the 10 minutes of in these wonderful email because all 100 all 10 all perfect. Get out there and get one, okay? All the things that give, what card you got, and what job have you got. You will get asked that in the first 10 minutes. Okay? They don't give a fuck about you. Just so you know that. Just so you're aware of it. The game that's being played. There's a long con and there's a short con. And that's loose. You've got short con and long con. Okay? Short con is you go to the pub, eat, bang. That's short con. You both have a good night together, you wake up, they're gone, whatever. Okay? For the long con, they've got to look up and they see what you've got and they've got to put plans in the place and put together. So they're willing to do this or whatever in order to get to that. That's a long con. sad part is knowing that you know it. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid. That's your family unit. So you want to keep, as a man, you will sacrifice your happiness to your family unit. You really will. You will sacrifice what you need to do in order to keep your family unit together. A woman will sacrifice the family for her own happiness every time. She doesn't care about the family unit. She doesn't care about what build or what the future is or whatever it is. She will destroy it. Fucking absolutely blow it out of the water if she thinks that she can be happy over there. Grass is greener over there. You know, I would be better off without him. I can do better without him. I can do this without him. I can do that without him. You know, but him is the one that's been doing it all the time, right up to that point. Right up to that point, he's been doing the whole lot. You know, he has. But you will be tossed aside. As soon as that decision's made in the brain, already, don't see that. You're going the way that they've got you planted, and they're playing a different game. They're on a different thing now. And they think they're smarter than you are because you don't know their plan. You can't guess someone's brain power, mate. All you can do is see their actions, and you see their words, and if you're smart, then you'll see it. If you don't, then it's going to cost you everything, including your heart. That's why we have such a high mortality rate for men. We really do. It's huge. Huge mortality rate. And that is because it hits them all like a bomb, mate. You know, it all happens in a short amount of time. And they lose everything. Your house, your car, your marriage, which is the most important thing because you actually love that person. See, the thing with it is, boys, they've already broken up with you months ago. Okay? Months ago. They've already gone through it all in their brain. Get upset months ago. That's when they get upset about it. Like now, they're in the total phase. Total, you know, like we're in the brain working so that she's proud of herself. She's going to be proud of herself that you can now blindly push her with your partner into the position that she's wanting to be in. And she thinks that she's very clever. Very, very clever for being able to do that. And better wait like that. Don't make the mistakes that you see on TikTok, and don't make these mistakes. Because if you do, you're going to end up like me, okay? And there's hundreds of thousands of me. I'll only one like that judge and that fucking child's lawyer that should have taken off in that week. I can guarantee you, man, there was fucking other cases that week. It seems to be the pattern, mate. It seems to be a pattern. They're not there to keep families together or to make the family unit, you know, somewhat. No, they are there to absolutely tear it apart, rip that shit right apart. For me to go into that court, I waited 7 months. 7-month adjournment to walk into that court. And then before that, it was a 5-month adjournment. I walked into the court, they wanted a family report done, 5-month adjournment. Bang. I got the family report done, go back into the court, bang. 7-month adjournment. That's the earliest that we can see you, Mr. Barker. 7-month adjournment. So just between those two things, they've gotten 12 months of adjournment, mate. They're not interested in your case, buddy. They don't care about that. They don't care that your children haven't seen you, or you haven't seen your children. There's been no, you know, nothing at all, not even a phone. And it's your fault. And it's your fault, okay? Don't you understand that? It's completely your fault. And that's what man can't get their brain around. Because there's no accountability. None. It is your fault your child doesn't want to see you. It's your fault this, your fault that. And you're sitting there going, I've got a report here. You know, an caring report. I've got two more report sentences. The person wouldn't stick with one contact centre. They would file a report and complain, and it would make me go to the contact centre. They would file a report against that one, and then go to another, because they don't agree with it. They don't agree with what they're doing. So would say that in the report, the paper, she's a woman. She's a woman. How dare you? Okay. Mean nothing. You know? So there's no accountability. No. I am absolutely how we keep going on with a report of my dog wanting to see dad and wanting to. But I find absolutely horrendous at the start he's in the court, and then we drop the trial for the party is everything they call it. Charlie, you have stripped my daughter of father's dignity. Okay, inside the house, I'm outside of the house, I'm dad. So no. Apparently I'm in the wrong, I'm taking it. For 40 years you've got me in. All I wanted was the orders reinforced. Okay, this always comes up with excuses for everything. And it always seems to be my fault. I've got paperwork coming out of the ass, and that's not enough. Oh, no, he needs to go and do this, he needs to go and do that. Like, she's telling the court what I need. Are you kidding me? It's got nothing to do with what we're past all that. You can't make amends here. This is not, that's a different part of the court, you know what I mean? So no, man, it's taken 2 weeks, man, to even get it in my head. Every child needs their parent. Every child. If you're trying to tell me that you were better off to never see your dad, you're fucking crazy. Okay? Because I know what it's like to not grow up with a dad. And I know what it's like when two parents are together. And I would prefer my child to have two parents together. And lately, mate, they don't listen to the priest. What the priest says for good or bad, rich or poor. They don't hear any of that. They don't hear any of it. Okay? They well, mind you didn't hear a single word of that. Unfortunately, it was a bragger. Like a bragger. She was nine tonight and that, and this and that. Hang on a minute. I think it's going to be. And why I'm on the fuck am I paper there? Fuck you, ain't family paying for fucking nothing. I'm not paying for it. How fucking dare you? How dare you put your mind on the 15th of the month, I'll get you to pay mortgage. And on the 16th, it's mine. It's all mine. They do pretty well out of it, boys. They do well out of you. Okay? So be wary. And in the future, I need you to guard yourself. I need you to guard yourself. Because 80%, mate, I believe it's higher. I believe it's higher than 80%. I believe you've got a 95% chance of never being children. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest matters. These courts all fathers, you should never get your children ever again. I'm in the nickel, you've done serious things, whatever, I understand that. But if you spent 40 years and everything and got all of their mortgages and all of their order, and you've obeyed everything, and then still look at you and go, you they pick, and also, man, what's going on between the triple and judge? Because they get together and have a look, right? There's nobody that's taking the father. There's nobody. They're having a proper conversation on what should happen in your life, and it's nobody representing you. Nobody there. Hang on a minute. This is the. I've got videos of him, and I've got videos of what he's done. There's nothing for you. Nothing. So I reckon guys will arrange before you even walk in. I reckon it's already done. It's already sealed to go through the. And you'll get charged in bang back for it. After the stop me in the question of yeah, legal anything and what you can go to. Save your money so they can suck as much fucking resources out of you and they're totally broke. Because you've got to pay for this shit. It's $1,500 mate in that. $1,500 for 2 days. And you're going to, prove you're a good, questioned by their lawyer and how much of a CUNT you are. They touch out the videos, they shut the whole videos, they go through what you believe record. To me, man, I was married for 20 years. Okay, I didn't, I was still for 5 years, I never broke any law. I got remarried and 8 years broken. So it's fucking 30 years, right? Like, people to be 80, they have that's fucking the stuff, man. I stopped at, but I'll turn that into the main, in the major crime section. And you're detectives there, right? You guys are fucking great, bro. Fucking big fucking deal. You got a $1,500 fine, right? But that's all it is. Dude, I had a house shit. Smoke out on me, so I don't have anything that shows I'm selling anything. It's all for me. It's all for me. Greedy couple. I got a bit out of hand, but I have a greedy one. This will last me for 2 years. That's what I said to them. But I'll use that in family law court, dude. I'll use that in family law court. Fine, you're a major criminal. Major criminal, but you should never be in prison. Okay, so you're living in and happened 20 years ago. It needs the need people that needs the stress. That's the worst. It's the worst. How dare you? You've got no chance, boys. I'm telling you all this now so that you realise you go to family law court. You are always in the wrong. You will always be on the back foot. You will always be answering to them because that's what good at accusing you of something, and the court go away and investigate for fucking 5 months and come back and tell you the UNT. But the family report, right? I couldn't work out what the lady was asking me about DV. Because I've never done anything, man. I've paid the orders, I've paid everything, right? And it took me until after the court case to work out that, not deleting the picture and the comment is a DV charge with an order. They put it down as a DV charge. So when you go to family law court, you've got to, I had 3 of them, bonds, 500, 700 and 9, I think it was. I said that to the court. I got fucked deleting a picture. That's everything. I just thought about it, man. I really. And then they give the court. Everything, the children, They're not there to make sure your child is you or you see your child. They're there to make sure you never see ever. You would have to be the perfect student in that court to have any talking with anyone. You have to be totally perfect. They'll go back to the 80s and 90s and point shit out. Stuff you've forgotten about. About being a dad. It's got nothing to do with being a dad. You know. I probably think that I've lost all parenting rights. They took it from me. They take your parenting rights, man. I don't know where my fucking kid is. I don't know what country she's in. I don't know nothing about her. I haven't got a picture of her. And I'm supposed to be like the worst parent in the world, the worst dad in the world. And, there's a big difference between my reports, my aiding and caring report. It's a third-party report that watches you with your child. There's a big difference between that and where we ended up. Like a complete basically forgotten about, and we're just going to concentrate on these couple of things here, and we'll make our judgment on that. At no time when my aiding and caring reports even bring up, they don't care about that. They're looking for a reason that we're really they were fucked off. That's actually mentioned in the thing. Okay? Because I thought to myself, how do I continue my case? I've run out of money. I work a full-time job and I'm broke. I pay my house rent and then I pay the courses, buy some food, and I am absolutely skinned. And I got sick of my health and stuff. So I had I go on and they got kicked off that. Okay. But the only one you can get money. 38%. And like the costs and reports and 330 each. The course is 400. The behaviour course is 50. So you've got to pay for all of that. So I thought that make the fentanyl is nothing but a mouse wheel. It's a real thing. It's where they put men go to put on the mouse wheel, like you've got this, you've got to do this, you've got to do all this done at a certain time. They give you a certain amount of time to have it all done, otherwise your case you can go back to court. That's what they I swear to God, they give you absolutely pick your ass off and walk good horses at the time. You can't really dollars. It got to the point to me, man, I believe it's quite good as a pro. 50 minute break, I think it is. The course starts at 6:30. So I asked the boss is fucking, what we have to do is walk out, clock back in again, okay? I would leave and go there at 6:30 till 8:30. They go for dinner at 8:30. So back to 9. Just to be at 9 o'clock. So I did from 8:30 till 8, 9 o'clock. 2 times a week. It was costing me my penis. I wasn't a good mate, man. Like I really wasn't. And I wasn't like it. And I stopped saying, I still haven't taken it. So mate, man, all I've got is my Facebook memories. Facebook memories remind me that I was dad. I share them on my YouTube chat just to show men, that, yeah, we're dad men. We took care of our child really well. And these are the things that they have said, man. Show me where I treated my daughter anything at all like that, because it's just not there. And then they say, well, you yelled in front of her, you had an argument in front of her, and that's given her trauma, and she doesn't want to see you. And that's what you're told, okay? And it'll be your fault. It's not their fault. Get it, and you have to be whole. You have to. If you're not them, she has to be accountable. She has to be accountable. She cannot be accountable. It is never their fault for anything. It is always going to be your fault. Okay? Always. So that's when I realised I will never, it doesn't matter what the judge says anyway, they're never going to obey it anyway. They're never going to obey it. And the only thing you can do is come back to court and complain, and then they just throw it back on you because you did something 5 years ago. And that's all they've got to do. The women don't have to obey the court order, just so you realise that, gentlemen. The court, the piece of paper you got, yeah, they're fucking worthless, mate. They're words. They're fucking worthless to you. But to a woman, they're fucking perfect, okay? Because you have to obey and she does not have to obey. She does not have to obey. I don't care what you say to me. For a fact, women, you don't have to obey any court order at all. None. Okay? You can call and go, yeah, no problem at all. Walk to the court. You don't have to obey anything. And there is nothing that he can do. Nothing. I've been through it. I fucking know for a fact that there's nothing that you can do except go back to court. That's all you can do. Go back to family court. So you boys better learn from people like me. I'm trying to save you some time, your love, your time, and your money, resources, because your resources represent your time. And if you're going to lose all of your thing was fucking stuff I had before I met a person. I can show you in my fucking bedroom what I walked out with or what I got keep, because I've got 15 minutes to leave. So I've got to have 15 minutes with it and fill my car up. I got to go back once. I got to go back one time. 15 minutes. And he had a small, so I grabbed all of my art, moulds, hair. That's the only thing that I can do. I had to leave fucking everything. Everything that I worked for, everything that I collected, everything that I gained, all fucking life. Wasn't much. I'm not a very person. So, you want to do for them. I'll keep that too. And it'll end up in trash. So, don't just throw it away. I remember those. Okay. Don't just stay in the house. That's a big red flag. Okay? If you're married to somebody and they love you, okay, they've got a few pictures on the wall, whatever, and those pictures taken down, yeah, trust me, that's a huge red flag. And you can see it, and recognize it. What you can do is to understand that you've got problems. I work and you realise what's going on. It becomes a very cool thing to you. Because you start to realise you laugh. They fucking like you. They put up with you. Making sure you realise they're putting up with you. Okay? And they want you to go. They want you to do it correctly. Get in your car and go. Okay? And what to do then is left to marriage, change the laws. That's it. That's all they can do. It's really, really set up for the fucking with you. I've never experienced that in my entire life, like ever, until there. And you find you don't know how to understand it. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what, and it blows you away even more. So these men get heartbroken, mate, totally heartbroken. And when they find out that they'll never see their kids again, mate, I got no words to tell you what it feels like. I got none. I don't know how to express myself to my channel. I haven't been live. I don't know what to tell them. Like I wanted to prove to the boys, that prove to my channel that you do the right thing and you stay on the path and things work out, you know what I mean? You've done nothing wrong, right? But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. A month before I went to the final hearing, my lawyer from the legal aid, who had been my lawyer for months and had given me really bad advice. So she sends me this piece of paper and she wants me to sign over my parenting rights. Okay? Because you're going to lose in court. You're going to lose, so to save us going to court, we're just going to ask you to sign this and that'll be the end of your case. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I've spent 4 years and there's just no way that I would do that. So immediately took my funding away straight away. Well, this is the only path we can offer you, and if you don't want to sign, then I'm going to end your fund. That's something for the court. So I can't order. Right? So I can't order something. Who do you think is opposite me? The one that quit. She's over there, and she's buying them now. And this piece of paper that they wanted to sign a month ago, they're now presenting to the court that they went, and it's the same piece of paper. The same things. And that's my lawyer. Or my, so apparently we don't have conflict of interest. No. Fine. Once the lawyer is done with you, they're allowed to go and abide by anybody that around the legal, I really did. I could talk with the team. With the other lawyer and just about my case and trying to make me agree to what they want. How is that working in my best interest as my lawyer? How are you able to produce a piece of paper a month before the trial? That's the issue asking for in the trial. You're supposed to be a lawyer, right? It's their best interest, right? And here you are over there now. But Mrs. Bosslight here congratulated on your work with this matter. What work? What conversations did you have behind the doors about my case? And there was nobody there representing me. You've got the children's lawyer, you've got the judge. There's no one representing you as a man. Nobody. Okay? There's none. What you've got is two people together and trying to find anything they can, a reason to take your children from you. Anything. But what have we got? None of it stuck. None of it stuck. And then the big ace card comes out. The eighth card comes out right at the end. The big ace card, okay? Your child doesn't want to see you. Your child doesn't want to speak to you. We've got a report here from the family report says your child doesn't want to see you. So that's it. End of your case. Joke. Give a fuck. Let's try. Look up streamer. I'm watching my team. Everyone supports me. My team is gone. I haven't got a team. The cunt's turned over 6 grand in the last 3 days. $6,000 in the last 3 days. And he's telling me, oh no, I need my team. My team's gone. I can't go up. I need to get up in the rankings. What's the time? Fuck, nearly 7 o'clock, man. It's gotten late. Hey man, we'll give it something I can report. Have I got much power? Well, I got a little bit of power. Hey man. We always like to have a complaint, mate. File a report. As soon as I put a mask up, mate, they file a report. Dangerous activities, mate. Okay? Dangerous activities, alright? Alright? Dangerous activities, bro. Alright? So these are the masks that I made this week. The dreads are up like that because I don't want them in the drawer. Like every time I put them down, they go in the drawer. So I put them up like that. That's a clown I finished this week. That's the other clown. I'm lorddobby79 on eBay. If you're interested in my stuff at all, lorddobby79 on eBay. Is my username. Completely legit. Yeah, I make masks. These are my own masks. Ideal knot, slip knot. Okay. Iowa era slip knot. Iowa era slip knot. Understand? Understand? Alright? Dealing with the slip knots, mate. That's what we're dealing with here. Understand? Understand? Yeah, just trying to drum up a little bit of business, mate. A little bit of business, okay? Things you don't understand, mate. You don't know understanding of the fucking business going on over here, mate. Alright, we've got the big bits of paper happening over here. Alright? Lord Dobb 79 on eBay, man. Lord Dobb 79 on eBay. Particularly you want to show that you want me to show you, whatever, happy to show you. You know, not small masks, man. Big chunky fucking masks, bro. Okay? Lord Dobb 79 on eBay, mate. Alright, man. No need to file your complaints. No need to report.